Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the year of 2016. Now, this video is for Sagittarius is born between November 23rd and December 2nd, so about the first 10 days. What I've done for every single sign is I've split you all up in your independent signs into 3 parts, basically by 10-day sections, kind of, the decans in astrology. And I did this as a little gift to all my subscribers and the people who watch me and stuff to make the readings a little bit more accurate for the year of 2016. So you can feel free to watch all 3 videos for your sign, no doubt about it. There will probably be plenty of things that you'll resonate with in all the videos, but chances are if you're born between, again, November 23rd and December 2nd, this video will be more accurate to you. So if you're looking for the other dates for your sign, just click the description below, and I have the video links with the dates after them, so you can just find your birthday and click on that video, and that will be the appropriate video for you. So having said all that, Sagittarius, again, November 23rd to December 2nd, you start off with the King of Hearts. King of Hearts, being very compassionate, but also having a little bit more of a backbone, I like to say. King of Hearts isn't, it typically represents a water sign. However, I'm getting that it's like an energy that's going to be surrounding you this year that you're going to be able to use to your advantage. And the King of Hearts to me is, again, normally water signs are very emotional. They can be emotional and let emotions control them and stuff. But the King of Hearts to me is a little bit more stable, not so emotional, thinks before he acts, and is also more aggressive as well and goes for what he wants. Very much a leader, wants to be a leader. I think you will want to be a leader this year. I think that's really important. And I mean, you have a lot of other leadership-like cards in your reading, so I would say that that's going to be a big theme for you this year is leadership and really stepping up. Even if you don't feel like you are a leader, I'm getting that you really are going to need to step up into some positions where you are a leader. And to further that message, you have the 8 of Diamonds coming up next, a card of being recognized, a card of being powerful and standing in your power and standing in what you know, standing up for what you know as well. You might have to defend yourself this year. And even notice, I mean, this guy's got some, he's got like swords and everything. He's ready to go. He's ready to defend himself. So the difference being, I don't think you're going to be afraid to do it. I think you're going to be all about it. I think you're going to be about defending yourself, standing up for what you believe in, what you know to be true. Might even be standing up for yourself at work, and you will be proven right. That's what this card says. It says if you put the work in to defend yourself this year, at work, if there's a project that comes up, everybody wants to go one way, but you want to do something different, stick up for yourself, explain yourself, and do it. You could see some huge rewards coming off of this card, because it's like everybody else is actually going to be wrong. They're just going to be sheep, following the flock, basically, is what everybody else is doing. But you stand alone, and you stand alone in power. You show up as yourself here in just a second. So you got all the power in the world this year to really stand out at work or business, or even if you don't have a job, you have the ability to get a job and to make something like this happen. So yeah, you'll be the outlier. You'll be like kind of all alone, but in the end, you are going to be getting all the credit, and it will feel awesome. And I mean that is the whole thing. It's funny. A lot of the other signs, they have very specific messages, and you are no different. Your message is very kind of specific this year. It is. It's not really too all over the place. Although I think other than work, you do have some love and things like that coming in, which is nice. But again, I think you're going to be really focused on something going on at work or your business that you're going to have to stand up for. But again, it's nothing scary. I mean, I don't want people to be scared when I say you're going to have to stand up for yourself, thinking you're going to have to fight or it's going to be a major battle or anything like that. It's more just, you know what the right answer is, and nobody else does, and you're just going to have to defend that in some way, and you'll be fine. Next, you have the King of Diamonds, which is you. And, again, like I said, you're coming up in a position of strength, coming up as the King of Diamonds, because, that's what happens when you come up as your own sign. The King of Diamonds also wants to be the leader, very much like that King of Hearts. So you have this, like, compassionate, psychic energy with that King of Hearts. The King of Hearts can be very psychic as well, but you also have this very grounded, serious, strong, knowing what to do energy following that up. So with that combination, I think you could really get some stuff done this year, and again, be right. It's like you're right this year. The thing that I like about this combination really is with the King of Hearts, the King of Diamonds, the two, is the King of Diamonds, he can be very reactive. He just can react to situations, and that is what makes him very successful. He can react very quickly. it can also be the thing that destroys him. He can react too quickly. He can make some bad decisions. That shakes him up, gets him nervous, and then he fails. It's something bad that can happen. But with the King of Hearts here, it kind of removes that reactive nature of the King of Diamonds. So if you can learn to combine the two, use that King of Hearts intuition to make those decisions and combine it with the just amazing decision making abilities of the King of Diamonds without making mistakes, you can really make some really great things happen this year. But just watch your reactiveness this year. Watch your reactive nature. If this work situation comes up, it's a message I'm getting very strongly where you might have to defend yourself or whatever. Just always operate from positivity and love, if you want to use that word, and operate from a place of truth, and don't get angry. Just allow things to happen. You'll be fine. And yeah, sometimes it's lonely there at the top, but again, I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised and happy at the end of the year. Next, you have the Seven of Diamonds. Sometimes this card can represent being afraid of money situations that don't exist, being afraid that you will have no money. Again, with the sevens, you're typically pulling on past experiences that aren't going to happen again, so don't have these money fears that no longer serve you. They're just not, they're basically not needed. This card, it can be a card of, feeling like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Restrained at work, I guess, So again, this whole thing comes up of feeling stuck, feeling restrained. But you have the opportunity to really break out of it this year. I really believe that. You have some good stuff. Next, you have the Nine of Spades. Nine of Spades is a card of needing to let go of something. And if you don't let go of it, it will be taken away from you. So, don't be afraid of the Nine of Spades. Like most people always see these Spades cards, they get afraid because they are challenging cards. But the Nine of Spades really says, there's some beliefs that you have, there are some things that you have that are just old and outdated, and you don't need to believe those things anymore. This can also be the card of like illness and being sick. So just watch your health this year. Make sure that you don't, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure that, that you get plenty of rest and all this other stuff. Make sure you stay on fitness routines because, again, it is the card of illness, so it can make you sick if you're not careful. It can also, to be quite honest, it can make you feel low. The card can give you that like low feeling. And again, I would have to say it would have to do with this situation where you have to defend yourself here. Keep your spirits high. I really think I think you overall have a very positive year. I don't want you to be afraid of this card here. But just make sure you're keeping yourself positive, you're staying positive if you encounter this work situation. Because let me tell you, like I said, in the end, I have not seen this ever for anybody, for any sign. This type of weird message I'm getting here, because it's outside of the cards. Like I said, frequently, I don't get my messages from the cards, really. It comes from somewhere else. And it's a very interesting thing that I'm getting for you. I think it's going to be very exciting. So I don't want you to look at this card and be like, oh my god, oh no, I'm going to get sick, or I'm going to feel depressed, or any of those things. It's just a card that says, hey, make sure that you really stay positive. And it's also a card of letting go of outcomes as well, letting go of the outcome. So in this situation that we talked about, just let it happen, let go of the outcome, just have no attachments to it. That's what's also going to make you the winner here in this situation. And I keep saying work, but honestly, this could be a home situation or something like that where you have to defend your beliefs in the home, but you ultimately be okay. Let go of attachments. It's kind of really hard to beat somebody when they have like no attachment to it, when they just let it go, and they just allow things to happen. Because everybody else, when they're fighting for something, they get emotionally involved in all this other stuff. So if you can stay outside of the situation, then it can have less of a negative effect on you, which is really important with this card. Next, you have the Six of Hearts moving forward. So you have a great message here on this card. Six of Hearts, I always say, it pretty much only has one meaning for me, at least, the way I read, and that is putting energy into something, getting it back. So if in the past you've been putting energy out, haven't been getting it back, now you can put energy into things and you can get them back. The card also can be a great love card. It can be meeting up with somebody on like a mind, body, spirit type of level where you really plug in with somebody and you're really feeling them, and it's like a really good relationship that has a lot of good things going for it. So I like that message as well. It's very positive. And finally, you have the Seven of Hearts. Not necessarily a bad card. It can indicate feeling a lack of love. However, the solution to that lack of love is communication. Usually, if you feel a lack of love with this card, it's in a current relationship that you're already in. If you're not in a relationship, the good news is this card can mean that there's an admirer for you, somebody who's interested in you out there. Love is definitely, I would say, on the table for you this year. You have the Six of Hearts, Seven of Hearts, the King of Hearts. There's love there. You definitely have to go out and get it, but, it is out there for you. So, all in all, you have an amazing year. Definitely enjoy it. And also, again, feel free to watch the other two videos for your sign.